Alright, my guys. Alright, my homies. The Khaiza is, back once again, right? And, we're not, like, streaming or anything like that. Yeah, just to sum it up, like, really short, yeah, the Khaiza really had, like, a tough time with, like, streaming, in particular. Mostly because, like, the same issues, like, arose with, like, empty chats and, like, low viewership. And, of course, watching, like, my friends' streams really, like, put it at, like, an all-time high where I just got super, spiteful and jealous and really, like, impacted my, emotional health. Like, I couldn't even, like, sleep, because, I was having that much of, like, negative, feelings inside. But taking one step at a time, a little bit better. So now we're going to be streaming only like 2 days a week. 2 days a week, like Friday and Saturday. Fridays Fight Club, Saturdays Spider-Man Saturdays. That's going to be the plan moving forward. But that's not going to stop us from doing YouTube recordings, because YouTube recordings, in my personal opinion, doesn't have as much, negative feelings or something like that nature as of something like Twitch. And as you can tell from like the layout, right, we are going to be doing like some toku time, right? I think I still have like the what was it, the channel point still here. Yes, yeah, it's toku time, right? Probably gotta like edit that a little bit, right? But yeah, we are going to be playing, not playing, sorry. We're going to be talking about some toku related material, and it's going to be Power Rangers, right? Yeah, I mean, of course, because tokusatsu is not just, Super Sentai, Kamen Rider, or Ultraman, or, Gridman, or any of those things, right? It's, by definition, tokusatsu is something to do with practical effects, right? And what better demographic than, like Power Rangers, right? The American adapted version of Super Sentai started with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And this comes to some pretty like good time, right? I mean, of course, it's not like a good time essentially per se because it's October, right? But what better way, because Cosmic Fury, the latest Power Rangers season, the latest Power Rangers season dropped on Netflix, and oh my god, yeah, that's like the latest season for Power Rangers, and a lot of Toku heads and a lot of like Power Rangers heads were looking kind of like forward to this season. And we're gonna try to be, very much PG-13 related for this Power Rangers Cosmic Fury review. We're gonna be reviewing Cosmic Fury, and we're gonna and the Khaiza is gonna try to keep as much, cussing out as much as possible, right? Even though that's like, my nomenclature, like I say, like, and right? Like, it comes like very naturally. So we're gonna try to, keep it down a little bit, or if I do cuss, then it's gonna be, changed, like audio edited, formatted to bleeps and like the sound effect and right? But Power Rangers Cosmic Fury, what can I say as like a general impression of the latest season? I would honestly say, this is coming from me, like the Khaiza, who is was like a Power Rangers fan, right? Like dug all the way like Power Rangers related. Like I stopped at Ninja Steel, and then I stopped watching Power Rangers altogether completely because, the writing was ass, the material was ass, everything starting from Samurai was just like, let's just regurgitate a bunch of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers nostalgia into like the newer seasons and not give those new seasons like some identity. Everything just felt so boring, cash grab nostalgia, and just, plain ridiculous at times, right? Every season wanted to be like the new, wanted to be like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers a lot, and it was just such like a bad time, right? I gave up on Power Rangers until I met the Japanese version of Power Rangers Super Sentai, and I became like a Super Sentai Kamen Rider boy ever since. So I was a little bit, you know, skeptical at Power Rangers Cosmic Fury, right? I mean, I dug Dino Fury, right? I dug Dino Fury a little bit. I didn't care much about like each and every like episode talking about like certain aspects of life, right? Or certain like topics like stealing is bad and, you know, all that and those like corny lines that Power Rangers is really like known for. I mean, it's like a standard like quota, right? Power Rangers is known for their quirky like lines, and everything just has to have like a phrase or like a joke or like an probably like an innuendo or something like that, you know? But Dino Fury, for like the most that I've like skimmed through, like Spark Notes, Power Red, the season, it was not bad, right? I definitely dug it, but I felt like, you know, it was still like a rehash of Mighty Morphin, you know? A lot of like the characters in the last season were just like, you know, goody two shoes, you know, sort of thing. No one has like any power like dynamics, right? Any like conflicts. There was like some, but it was nothing like to behold, you know? But Dino Fury for like plot stuff was really cool. I definitely dug it, you know? And a lot of like the main cast from Dino Fury moves forward into Cosmic Fury. Like it's like a direct like it's a direct sequel to Dino Fury, right? And it's like Cosmic Fury sets itself up as like, you know, an intergalactic battle between the Power Rangers and, you know, a recurring villain, because, you know, if it was like Mighty Morphin season, they would just reuse and regurgitate Rita Repulsa, and they did with the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers special. If you haven't checked that out, the Khaiza already uploaded a review of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers special, I think like a few months ago. So check out that video and hear like what the Khaiza's thoughts on the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers special. But, you know, back to like Cosmic Fury, right? They had to like regurgitate a recurring villain from Power Rangers history, and that's Lord Zed. And it's not like the iconic Lord Zed voice. It's that was Robert Axelord that did like the original voice for Lord Zed. Unfortunately, no, he died. I don't know how he died. I had to like look that up, but yeah, like Lord Zed is going to be like is going to be the big bad of Power Rangers Cosmic Fury, and is, right? And a lot of like Cosmic Fury, you know, is like Q Ranger based, right? Or Uchu Sentai Q Ranger, right? Which is like the squadron with like, you know, the 9 Power Rangers, or like to an extent 12 Power Rangers. And this was like kind of weird, and this is why I had like that other video about Cosmic Fury, about like the topics of like originality and limitations on Power Rangers, right? All in all, to sum up like that video, it's like 50-50, right? Power Rangers can be original and is original because of using original storylines. The Zord suits and some of like the monster suits, or like the villain suits to an extent, are pretty much, you know, one-to-one like recreation from the Japanese version of Power Rangers. And so this is like, it's kind of 50-50, but the only thing that makes Power Rangers is just, you know, the story beats, right? It's not going to be the same as like a Super Sentai version, because Power Rangers has evolved into its own like formula with, you know, villains that are just like all on their own, right? Or like original villains like Ransig or Astromina, you know, like Power Rangers has been making original IP villains for like the longest of time, even though Rita Repulsa can technically be original because it's just like, you know, a live action, an American version of Zero Ranger's villain, Bandora, the crazy witch Bandora. But vice versa for like Super Sentai, right, is that, you know, they had to follow like the beats and the elements of Power Rangers, but now that Power Rangers has taken up new like ideas and formulas, Super Sentai is like more freer than ever with trying out new different ideas for Super Sentais. We literally have like Dawn Brothers on like a right of me, and like we got like Sentai teams that are like based on like trains or like cube animals, or to an extent insect kings or queens. So Super Sentai has been a lot more freer than what it like used to be. So it goes like both ways. Super Sentai can be appreciated by Super Sentai fans, and Power Rangers fans can be appreciated by Power Rangers fans, right? Both can like coalesce, and you know, it's still tokusatsu. You're still gonna be having a fun time, right? I'm still a Power Rangers fan like by heart. I love like the OG ones. I mean, outside of like Mighty Morphin, because I don't think I could ever like go back to Mighty Morphin and just like listen to the Dragon Ball themes for a lot of like old school Power Ranger seasons, right? It's gonna be muy rough, right? Like it's gonna be rough as hell. But yeah, with Cosmic Fury, I feel like, you know, Cosmic Fury was not as bad as I made them out to be, right? Like I said, like the Khaiza said, after Samurai, the Khaiza has taken a huge critical stance on Power Rangers, right? Because of the material of the show and whatnot, right? But for the most part, like, I remember Dino Fury being okay, and Cosmic Fury is kind of like okay, right? Like, so we're gonna try to keep like this review a little bit short. I should have said that in like a disclaimer, but we're gonna keep it as concise as, you know, the Khaiza can possibly can. But yeah, we're gonna be going into like Cosmic Fury spoilers mode. But essentially Cosmic Fury is like, you know, the Dino Fury Rangers battling it out with the forces of evil, and that's, you know, Lord Zed. And he's got followers, right? Basically Q Ranger. Q Ranger suit models and whatnot. And so they even get the Power Rangers are on like at the verge of winning. They even got like the help from OG Power Rangers what was it, alumni? Yeah, alumni. Billy Cranston, I forgot. Oh, David Yost. Yeah, that's his name. David Yost is like the actor, right? And that's crazy because, you know, it's just kind of funny because, you know, for the longest of time, Billy wouldn't like return to anything Power Rangers after, let's say, Zeo. I don't think Billy has ever made like a actual like appearance in anything at all. And for the most part, it was just Tommy or Jason David Frank holding the power, like holding the power to protect all the Power Rangers homies. Unfortunately, though, he died via like suicide. So rest in peace, Jason David Frank. Was just like a wonderful person, even though I never got to like meet him. But he is like the icon of Power Rangers, right? So it's unfortunate to hear like his passing, you know, still. And so with all like the OG actors, who's going to be like the main helm, who's going to be like the spokesperson for Power Rangers? And that's Billy Cranston, right? And Billy still like looks good, right? You know, without like the dorky like suspenders and like, you know, the glasses, right? I mean, that's the Billy charm, but it's like, man, Billy Cranston looks good for someone that's like, you know, about like 50 or 60, you know? So it's definitely crazy that, yeah, Billy used to be like away from the Power Rangers fandom, but, you know, I think it like it kind of is like Stevie. I don't know if you want to like, if y'all want to like take that, but like after Jason David Frank's passing, now he could like return to Power Rangers because, you know, ever since knowing like the history of Billy Cranston, right, or David Yost being like, you know, an openly LGBTQ plus representative, right, in Power Rangers. And that's the thing that I liked about Dino Fury as well, is that one of the main points, and this is one of the reasons why Power Rangers got like an award for this like category alone, is that yeah, Dino Fury and Cosmic Fury just showed a lot of love for like the LGBTQ plus group, and that's pretty awesome, right? You never had like a Power Rangers that's a Power Ranger show that would, you know, open to all forms of love, not just, you know, the black and white versions of love. So that's really spot on for Power Rangers. And so that carries over to like Cosmic Fury with like Izzy, the green Dino Fury / Cosmic Fury Ranger, and Fern, the new Ranger, or the official Orange Ranger, even though we had like a quote-unquote Orange Ranger with like SPD with Boom, but that was like a joke character, so that doesn't count. But yeah, Forces of Evil, Forces of Good, Lord Zed tests out a new weapon that would brainwash the Rangers, and it would only target like Blue Rangers, so the blue Dino Fury / Cosmic Fury Ranger, Ollie, gets brainwashed. So it's kind of like, you know, some beats or elements from Q Ranger, where like some people in the squad join like the dark side sort of thing. And so the whole 10 episodes up until like, you know, 9 or 10 would be like, you know, the squad of Dino Fury, or now like Cosmic Fury, with the help of like Billy and like, you know, the Q Ranger orbs, right? So they have like these like morphers that are kind of like, you know, wrist morphers, but they're molded in the form of like, you know, Dino Fury dinosaur heads. But when you open the like the mouth up, it would be like, you know, you would place like an orb on top of it, and it would glow. And the morph sequence looks kind of nice, right? Definitely like the hip movement and all that shit, right? It looks really good. Oh, and another thing about like Cosmic Fury, sorry to like diverge, but yeah, you get like the first official female Red Ranger, and that's Amelia, right? Which is like, you know, she was originally like the Pink Ranger in Dino Fury, but then, you know, upgraded herself to be like the Red Ranger. And yeah, I did not see like any qualms or things about Amelia at all. She's like a go-getter. She, you know, has like her, you know, her character personalities, right? From like the old show, Reporter, Ghost, and all that shit. But she definitely is like, I don't hate this Red, right? She's not just like being forced to like, she's not like force-fed lines that are very like stereotypical of like Red Ranger fashion. Like they're not like they're not Red Ranger formulas or like goody goody two shoes. Like, I gotta lead the squad, I am the leader because I wear red sort of shit. Not like a Jason archetype. No. Right? It's not like that, but it's something close, but it wasn't as like insufferable, you know? Like, it didn't make me want to like, you know, grab a pencil and then like stab the screen, you know? Something dangerous or something like that. But yeah, Amelia was a really good Red Ranger, so I definitely dug her character growth. Zato being like, you know, an extra ranger, or like the Zenith Ranger, right, was a pretty cool touch, sort of thing. What else, right? Though I would say like, you know, the suits, right, leaves like very little to be like desired. The top part, or like the shoulder pads, or like some like decals of like the suits are pretty okay. Like, they look good like in concept, but when it's actually implemented into live action, it starts to, you know, lose value, right? When you start to see, like, you know, the breast pecs or, like, you know, the outlines of this, then it starts to lose its charm. But some suits look really good, right? Like Ollie's like evil suit, that's like, you know, a dark version of like the Dino Fury suits, looks pretty clean, like all things considered. With like the shoulder pads and like in the darkish, like bluish tones, like, yeah, Ollie rocks a really good Dark Ranger, and it definitely like shows, right? Albeit, you know, to be fair, and that's another like off tangent for Cosmic Fury, is that, you know, they want to like replicate like the evil Ranger, right? Because, you know, that's what like Power Rangers was popping for, and that was like the evil Ranger like archetype, and that is like, you know, the Ryans from Lightspeed Rescue, of course, you know, the nostalgic Tommies, Daishis, right? Yeah, everybody loves like evil versions of Power Rangers. It's kind of like, you know, Spider-Man 2, which is like already out. There's like Spider-Man and there's Venom, or like an evil version of Spider-Man. So a lot of people will automatically be like drawn to that, other than like just, you know, the main villains, because it's like it's the same character but knows all of like the main character's frame data and tech, that he's like a villain, right? So it's like really funny but also really cool at like the same time. Besides like Venom, there's like, you know, Evil Ryu, Shadow the Hedgehog, Nightmare to Siegfried, and Soul Calibur. Like, these things have been like going on for like a damn long time, almost like, you know, 50 years of like just evil Ranger shit. And, you know, like, that's cool. Also, another like cool suit would be the upgraded Lord Zed suit towards like the season finale of the show. Like, just got this like rockin' ass like cape. He's got like shoulder pads, the bigger like antenna L on top of his like Z for Lord Zed. So it was really cool. I definitely dug like some aspects of Cosmic Fury, right? And I definitely enjoyed like, not definitely enjoyed, I dug the episode, what was it? Topics. Even though this is like kind of like the shortest Power Rangers season, right? This is like 10 episodes rather than like 13 or 14, which is like how the past Power Rangers seasons were, like starting from like Samurai, right? They started to like cut down the seasons from like 30 to like 13, and then they would revamp themselves in like in the next season to be like, you know, let's say like Power Ranger Samurai to like Power Ranger Super Samurai, right? So this has been like a formula for some recent years. But yeah, like Power Rangers Cosmic Fury was not that bad of a watch. Like, it definitely was pretty cool, but yeah, just like the same Power Rangers formula, a lot of like cheesy, quirky lines, almost all over the place. But it wasn't like a lot of the time. It was kind of like 80%. Then like Dino Fury, which was kind of like 90%, I would say. So 10% like down, so I'll still like take that. But Cosmic Fury was like a fun time. I definitely dug like, you know, some of like the story beats and elements of Cosmic Fury, right? With like the role between Ollie and Lord Zed, Aeon with Zato, and Zato, like a lot of like the emphasis of just like, you know, dying, right? You know, or just like very somber moments. The music got like a little bit better. Yeah, the music got a little bit better with Cosmic Fury. It's not just like atrocious, like obnoxious rock songs a lot of the time. They were like very soft, quiet like themes to like showcase the show. And that was there in like Dino Fury, but it was still like rough to, you know, watch that show regardless, right? Because it was like a 30 episode and it was just like, you know, a regular Power Ranger season. But in this one, like talking about food for like Aeon, literally like, you know, an exact representation of Spada from Q Ranger. We got Javi losing his arm, and that was like a really weird scene, right? When I think about it, and that was like at the beginning of the episode, right, where they lose like the Dino morphing grid, and so the morphing masters take them to like, you know, the cosmic base where all like the cosmic Zords or like the Q Ranger Zords are at. And when Javi tries to like, you know, access like the thing, he loses like his arm, and everybody's like, the weirdest thing is like not everybody was like shocked. It was like there was nobody like screaming or like, you know, oh my god, Javi lost his arm. Like they just felt very composed. Like it's like some weird right? Like this guy lost his left or right arm. He can't play guitar anymore, even though he got like a robotic arm. But like, where's like the danger in the peril? You know, like, damn, this dude lost an arm. My guy, this dude lost an arm. But there was like some like questionable things, you know, like some like characters, right? Aeon being like, you know, a kitchen boy rather than just, you know, a laid back dude. He's always on about like cooking, and like he doesn't like, even though he's like, what was it, an alien like species, kind of like Zato, right? But sometimes he like contradicts like himself, that even though like he's like, I forgot what the alien name species of it is, but well, they're kind of like telepaths, right? They telepath, you know, via like touch or shit like that, or empaths, kind of like what was it, Mantis in MCU. Oh wow, it's, now that I see it, I can't unsee it. I can't unsee it. But yeah, Aeon is kind of like, you know, a weird character, but the moments where he like shines with Zato and his and Aeon's concern for Zato is really cool. Izzy and Fern, you know, trying to be the LGBTQ plus representative dynamic, where like Izzy tries to protect her girlfriend, and Fern is like the new kid in squad. It's like, I don't know, I kind of don't like Fern, other than the fact that like she's got like an orange look, but like, man, I hate like her quips and personality, right? But there are other like interesting side characters, like, oh yeah, like there was like the Dino Charge Evil Ranger that like came back. He was kind of like acting like a spy. Dino Charge like Navy Ranger or Death Ranger, right, coming back, right? It's like, cool, that's pretty cool. Which also makes sense because, you know, the actor for, you know, that character is also gay, or LGBTQ plus. So with him, Billy, and another character, Tarek from Dino Fury, who used to be like, you know, the Void Knight, right? It definitely, you know, cements Power Rangers. You know, this is open for all groups and not just, you know, right, like the straights or the black and whites, right? It's down for everybody. But yeah, just go through like episode by episode. Ollie breaks free from his mind control via the help of some like legacy villains. Well, Zato dies, like he sacrifices himself to become like a morphing master, sends Lord Zed and his powered up ass to like an alternate dimension where he won't like cause anyone harm, and oh yeah, it's with Rita Repulsa, or like Robo Rita Repulsa, right? Which is kind of like, I felt like a very insulting thing, because, you know, right, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers special was like all about Rita and the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So to have her be like in that scene, maybe it's like a little bit better than just putting her off screen or something like that. So it's a bit like tasteful in a sense, but it was still kind of like, you know, why did they show Rita here, right? Or like just insult Lord Zed a little bit. I mean, of course, yeah, right? Like they're a husband-wife ship, right? Rita and Lord Zed, but still though, you could do them like a lot more better than just, you know, making them like the typical like joke pair that they've always been like known for, ever since they got married. But yeah, like the story, like Power Rangers Cosmic Fury ends with like Zato saying his goodbyes, becomes like a morphing master. Everybody returns to their normal lives, right? Javi gets like a rock concert dedicated to like, you know, Power Rangers. It has the song titles May the Power Protect You. And the season ends with like Zato saying cool, cool, coolio, which is like, you know, his dumbass line in, you know, Dino Fury. But overall, like, I would say like Power Rangers Cosmic Fury is kind of a 6 out of 10. Like, it was not bad, right, as some of like the other Power Ranger seasons were. I never seen Beast Morphers, by the way, but I heard it was good. But I didn't like hate my time watching this season, right? And that's how much like I'll go for a Power Ranger season. It's like, ever since like Samurai and all the others, they've just been formulaic Mighty Morphin Power Rangers copy and paste abilities. But I didn't like hate Cosmic Fury. I thought it was okay, right? It's not great, but it was okay, right? It definitely had like some cool, interesting ideas that were put forth to the table, but wasn't really executed well. You know, like the suits need a little bit of a repolish or a refurbish, right? If they want to be, you know, very original, right? The ending was little to be like desired by a lot of like Power Rangers fans, because it was not necessarily like an ending, because everybody thought that like Cosmic Fury was going to be like the ending of Power Rangers, but here comes Zato saying cool, cool, coolio, and that's how you like and a lot of people thought that's how you cement Power Rangers, with that stupid, dumb shit ass like line. Bro, right? You could have just stopped at "May the Power Protect You, idiot." But no, Zato's just had to say cool, cool, coolio, a dumbass fucking line. But you know, like it's like I don't care, right? Like I know it was like cringy, but it was kind of like an ending to the Dino Fury saga, right? You gotta like think of it like that, you know? Dino Fury was cool, right? The little bits I've like watched, that the Khaiza has watched of it, but it was not like, you know, egregiously bad, like let's say Ninja Steel or Mega Force or Super Mega Force, you know? It was tolerable. Excuse me. But, yeah, like just a lot of like good elements being brought forth to the table, but just like, you know, not really executed very well. And I don't necessarily think that like Power Rangers will like, you know, leave its mark on Cosmic Fury. It's not gonna stop at Cosmic Fury. No. I think like, you know, because of the Hasbro acquisition, a lot of people feared that Hasbro is gonna fuck up like the series, which kind of did, with like no respect to like the franchise. Some Twitter users made that statement. But Hasbro definitely wants to like, you know, move away from like the live action business that what Power Rangers is like almost like 30 plus years have been like known for. So they want to do more things like, you know, animated or, you know, CGI related, right? Make Power Rangers, you know, more hip and modern to like the new kids. But I thought, but yeah, I think that was like fine, right? Like there's nothing wrong with like being modern and hip, right? But it just has to be, you know, Power Rangers. And what has Power Rangers been like known for is like, you know, the practical live action shits, right? The tokusatsu material that basically forms like the thesis of Power Rangers or Super Sentai or Kamen Rider. Just live action homies dressing up in, you know, tight ass, you know, spandex and just whooping ass on villains and very, like, you know, vulgar or like very religious villains for the most part, and just getting on like big ass, like, you know, robots and beating the shit out of, you know, monsters. That's the tokusatsu element. So I wonder how Hasbro is going to incorporate Power Rangers moving forward. I could think of like a few one like possible answer for this like Power Rangers future. Just adapt, like, you know, and I said this before in the Power Rangers other Power Rangers video, just adapt the comic books, right? Like, all you have to do is, all Hasbro has to do if they really want to is adapt the comic book verse of Power Rangers, you know, and incorporate that as their base, right? Like, I still have like my comics from my boy E-Skater, right? Let me just like show this off, right? You could definitely do like the IDW Boom comics of Power Rangers, and Power Rangers as a comic book franchise, you know, expanded so much outside of like the main Super Sentai adaptation, right? Power Rangers has Evil Rangers, or like the Return of Psycho Rangers, Omega Rangers, right? There's like Zombie Rangers, or and the most iconics would be like, you know, the Shattered Grid saga with like more diabolical evil rangers like Lord Draken and shit. That probably is going to be like hard in and of itself alone, in and of itself, because, you know, Jason David Frank passed away. Lord Draken is an evil version of Tommy Oliver, who accepted the evil inside of him and became a tyrannical overlord and killed many Power Rangers in the morphing Mighty Morphin Power, not the Mighty Morphin, in the morphing grid, right? So it's going to be hard because you can't replace Tommy Oliver. It's kind of like asking, you know, replacing Black Panther, who was Chadwick Boseman, and you're not going to make everybody happy by replacing Tommy Oliver or Jason David Frank. It's not right. It's not morally sound, you know. But the one way I could see them doing is like adapt to Power Rangers as from the comic books, right? You could even go like above and beyond by like incorporating Ninja Turtles, right? Power Rangers has a lot of crossovers over the years. Justice League, Godzilla, I forgot, there were like a few others, but yeah, like Hasbro now owns like the Saban license, right? So they have a lot of room to play with for Power Rangers moving forward. But it's only like a matter of time before they actually, you know, do so, right? Because the ball's like on their court. If they really want to adapt Power Rangers and like in a new era and in a new modern fresh take era, they're very much, you know, able to like do so. How well they'll respect the franchise is like a completely different thing, and how well they'll adapt like the comic books is a totally different thing, right? We've seen like evil superhero media pop off, right, with The Boys and Invincible. So, and of course there's going to be anime versions of that with what was it, Go-Go Loser Ranger, right? There's like Evil Power Rangers in Japan, right? That's like the big, like, that's like fucking a big huge turnaround as to like how we know Power Rangers, right? So there's a lot of like areas that Saban and Hasbro can play around with, right? But again, like the ball's like in their court. So if they really want to like try out like evil Power Rangers, they can definitely do that, or like adapt to something that's like, you know, original. Yeah, that's it. Adapt to something that's original or unique, that's not limiting from Super Sentai. You can definitely do the Power Rangers comic series and make them animated. Right now, it's like a lot of course, like live action is not gonna really work out because of like, you know, the actors, right? But yeah, you can definitely have an animated Power Rangers, right? And it could definitely work out, right? But, you know, as for like Cosmic Fury, still like enjoyed my time with Cosmic Fury, right? I talked about this with my Toku boys, Jerry and Frank, and of course, you know, on Twitter. And this is going to be, you know, uploaded, well, no, not scratch that. They said, or at least like Jerry, he said it was like all right, but yeah, I just prefer like, you know, Super Sentai versions rather than like Power Rangers. I wanted like a Kamen Rider build aesthetic where everything is like super dark and like super serious, right? Not too dark or super serious, like a la like a DC extended universe, but yeah, Power Rangers. I always say Power Rangers is not a Power Rangers back in the day was not afraid to go dark, and Cosmic Fury definitely excelled that, right? Characters losing an arm, talking about dying, or talking about, you know, very serious themes about how to become more evil, right? Than just, you know, being the stereotypical evil, right? So Power Rangers can go above and beyond than what it's, you know, stereotyped to be, right? So yeah, but yeah, that's like Power Rangers Cosmic Fury in a nutshell, right? I've made like a few videos talking about my experiences with Power Rangers, and you know, all in all, like I was a Power Rangers like criticizer or hater, but after like Cosmic Fury, even though it's like, you know, the same elements from past Power Rangers modern seasons, I didn't completely hate it, right? And that's why I give it like a 6 out of 10. If it kept like those formulatic problems, then it would have been like a 3 or a 4, or like, to even more harsh, like a 3. Cause like, man, I could not stand like the day-to-day, the week-by-week topics that Power Rangers, you know, presented, and they just had to like force feed it on like, you know, little kids, right? You know, stealing is bad. Yes, I know stealing is bad. And of course, right, I mean, the Power Rangers is for like the kids, but kids are a lot smarter than they make them out to be. They don't have to, they're not as dumb as, you know, what a lot of us other humans that are not like parents make them out to be, right? Kids are able to, you know, learn at a rapid pace and able to learn like very broad topics, you know, and comprehend them at like their own level and regurgitate that and, you know, right? Kids are just like sponges. It's just how you like, you know, showed them material and how you not preach, or what was it? Show them that material and have them regurgitate it back to you is what like matters. It's how like always you teach them, right? I always say this, like I have like my cousins, Safa and Marwa, right, who live in Bangladesh, and even though they come here for the US for very complicated reasons, I showed them Power Rangers, I showed them Super Sentai, and they love the crap out of that series. You know, of course, like to get close to me, right? And I want to do something for them, right? But they're able to like say like topics that, you know, would not be far off from like, you know, our average day-to-day, you know, kid living here in the US, right? But they're able to like, elaborate and eloquate a lot of like topics that you would normally not get out from like here, right? In this like generation, right? So again, it's like how you like teach them, how you like teach kids Power Rangers or teach kids like things is a very important thing, you know? But yeah, like Power Rangers Cosmic Fury, it's good. It's on Netflix. It's 10 episodes, right? It is like a prelude to Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Let me tell you, I forgot about that one spoiler bit. But yeah, Power Rangers Cosmic Fury is a fun time. If you are a tokusatsu fan in general, go watch the series. It's hella fun. Definitely dug it. But yeah, Cosmic Fury was kind of nice. And if you like this Khaiza Power Ranger review, leave a like and comment down below what y'all think of Power Rangers Cosmic Fury. And I would like to hear what y'all's thoughts on like the future of Power Rangers is going to be. But anyway, thank you guys a ton for watching, and I'll see you next time.